Hey guys, Chris Hobson here again for part 3 of our co-parenting through Corona session. And today I want to talk about a particular topic that I'm getting a lot of email communications, phone calls. I was just on the phone with a former client talking him through this, and I wanted to talk about your financial obligations while going through this Corona outbreak and dealing with those. Now, a lot of you, former clients, existing clients, future clients, anyone watching this video likely has a support obligation or one that's coming up. So a child support order, an alimony order, any kind of support order that has a structured payment of how much money you're supposed to be paying out and when. As a lot of people are experiencing right now, there's been a lot of layoffs, furloughs, people that are in sales that are simply not getting the sales done. Work has stopped and they're looking at the bottom line and saying, how am I going to pay the support order? How am I going to pay this child support order? So I'm going to walk you through how I feel like it's going to best position yourself for the future. Now, again, this isn't legal advice, particularly for your case. If you need specific information about your case, about your instance, please send me an email or call my office. You can email me at chris@hobsonlegal.com, or you can call the office at 770-425-3373. I'm going to give you guys some general advice on this. This isn't, again, anything for your particular case, and if you need something, give us a call. First, when you're dealing with not being able to make a support payment, child support, alimony, whatnot, the other side is going to have to file what's called a petition or a motion for contempt. And they're going to have to take you to court and tell the judge that you were court ordered to make this payment and you didn't make the payment. Now, the first thing is that we need to establish the difference between contempt and willful contempt. Contempt is that you're court ordered to pay $1,000. You didn't pay the $1,000, but you didn't have the money to pay the $1,000, whether you're not employed anymore, whether you aren't making the sales, so you're not getting the commissions, whether or not you're furloughed. If you don't have the funds, then you can't make the payment. So you're in contempt, but they're going to not hold it against you so much. They're not going to throw you in jail. That's what everyone's worried about. That's willful contempt. People who get thrown in jail across the country are in willful contempt, meaning that they had the $1,000 support order and they just simply didn't pay it. They didn't want to, so they didn't pay it. Those are the people that go to jail. So, and likely in this instance, you're going to be in a position where you financially can't do it because of this temporary shutdown. Now, again, the best thing about this is, from everything that I see, is it is going to be temporary. I mean, China's back up and running as of this morning or yesterday. Everything's back up. They closed the last coronavirus hospital. So we're going to get through this, but it is going to be a little bit of a downturn, and then we're going to come back up. So here's how I think it's best to handle this, to stay out of willful contempt. Number one, you need to write your co-parent a letter and say, or send them an email, send them a text, something in writing. Don't just do it over the phone. It's always best to do it in writing. And say, hey, based on the current economic status of the country, based on me being laid off, based on me not getting my sales, whatever your situation is, there's a good likelihood that I'm not going to be able to make that support order coming up. And you need to let them know why. Be transparent about it. You'll see a lot of the themes in all my videos is you have to be transparent. You have to talk to these people, because if you have the $1,000 support payment, you send her a letter, or him or her a letter saying you can't make that payment because X, Y, and Z, and then they take you to court, the first thing we're going to do is show the judge your letter and say, Judge, he or she let them know they couldn't make the payment. And so you're going to look like the good person, okay? And that's always important. So send them a letter letting them know that you're having struggles and that you're going to do everything you can. Number two, you need to make sure that you get in touch with the different agencies to make sure you can try first to, defer your student loans if you have student loans. Talk to your mortgage broker about getting mortgage assistance. See what bills you can stop and make sure that the child support or the alimony or whatever financial payment that you have, see if you can make that over these other bills. Because if you make your car payment and you pay your mortgage and you pay everything, but you don't pay your support obligation, then the court's going to wonder, well, why didn't you get in touch with these agencies that said they were willing to do these things? I mean, I hear on the radio car companies talking all the time, hey, just give us a call. We can put the payment on the end. We can give you, 30, 60, 90 days reprieve. I hear a lot about the mortgage industry saying that if you contact your mortgage broker or mortgage holder and you're unemployed and you can prove that you won't be able to make the payment, they'll give you reprieve. Same thing with student loans. So talk to the the people that you have to make these payments to and see if you can free that money up. Now, the fact of the matter is a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck, and if they don't have a paycheck, they can't make any of the payments. And that is when you need to, again, communicate. Call my office, 770-425-3373. We can send a letter on your behalf. We are more than happy to do that. You need to be proactive in these situations. Again, this is trying times for everyone, but it's all about communication. It's all about making sure that you're in the best position when we get through this. And again, if you open that line of communication with your co-parent, then maybe they can work with you. And that's the best thing out of any of these situations. Now, a lot of you are thinking, you know what, there's no way, I've never been able to co-parent. It's not a possibility. That's okay. That doesn't mean that you can't be the bigger person and send the letter. And really, you're sending the letter to protect yourself. Okay. And if your co-parent writes back and says, over my dead body, you better make this payment or else, well, guess who's going to see that if we go to court? The judge. And do you think the judge is really going to be happy when you've been laid off from your company or you don't have the sales and you can't make the payment and you let them know ahead of time? Do you think the court's going to be very happy with the other side when they correspond in that way? Now you are going to be responsible for making up this payment, but you need to communicate and you need to come up with a plan. Let them know your plan ahead of time. Again, if you need to create a plan, call my office. We can help you out. We can walk you through it over the phone and we can execute it on your behalf. Again, I'll be sending out these daily videos. I look forward to hearing any communication from you. We've got some wonderful feedback online. And if you need anything, give us a call, okay? We're here for you. Everyone's getting through it one day at a time, and stay positive, okay? Bye.